How'd it go today?
It was good. I think we had a really productive practice. Good Tuesday practice, good first practice of the week. I think our install is going great. I think our guys are picking it up pretty fast. I'm excited to keep going this week.
How are you and Jackson sort of handling the competition this week and not really knowing exactly who's going to be the starter, or maybe you already do?
No, just coming out here and competing every single day, just pushing each other to be better. Iron always sharpens iron, and at the end of the day, whoever's playing on Saturday is going to be prepared to go in and get a win for us.
You obviously came in late. Where have you had to kind of, grow and learn the most, within this offense since, over the course of the season since you got here?
Yeah, I think, for me personally, it was more of a lot of mechanics that I had to fix. Coming here and being able to run this RPO offense and the things that we run, just fixing my eyes, a lot of things that I didn't necessarily have at Stanford, which I think, kind of affected me in a negative way. But Coach Stone and Coach Austin have done an amazing job of pointing those things out, helping me, giving me tips on how to, work on those things. And that's really been the main thing for me is working on my mechanics and, figuring all that out.
Now that you've been able to go back and kind of look through the film from the Arkansas game, just like what are you taking from that performance, and what are you trying to build on in particular this week?
Yeah, I think it was a good performance, but I also think we as an offense and myself left a lot out on the field. For example, should have had an easy throw to Malcolm, but my feet got a little antsy, got out of the pocket. Just things like that, knocking the rust off and, getting back out there, getting these live reps against these SEC teams. I think it was a good game, but it's also even better to go back and watch the film and see, what we left out on the field and what we could have done better on Saturday.
Ashton, looking back, what did it mean to you to sort of come off the bench and lead this team the first SEC win after going through 4 straight losses?
Yeah, it meant a lot, for this community, for this program, for these coaches, everyone involved in Auburn. I think it meant a lot just to go out there and, being down 11 and a half and coming back and just fighting and battling, stick it in there, when things get hard. I think, man, we fought so hard. So, I think that's a huge testament of all the work we put in. It finally went our way, and that was a big time win for this program.
You ready to start, come off the bench, whatever you're asked to do Saturday?
Absolutely. Whatever I'm asked to do, whatever I can do to help this team win, I'll be ready to do so.
What's the next step for this offense after that win on Saturday?
Yeah, I think just being consistent. Obviously we showed a lot of promise out on the field, but we also showed a lot of areas where we need to work on and get better on. And I think that already from this practice that we're working through those things, and I think we're going to be very well prepared for Saturday.
Give us an example of what you do work on, where you look to improve upon.
Yeah, I think just timing on certain things. For example, me sticking in there and trusting our O-line, because they're going to get out there and they're going to get the job done. They're going to protect me. Sticking in there and just delivering the ball to our playmakers when I need to.
Evaluate Kale's first start at center.
I'm so proud of that guy. He did amazing. To be able to come in there, at 17 years old and face one of the biggest D linemen in the SEC, that number 95, and just stick in there and stick his ground, stay his ground, and do what he did. That's big time for him in his first start. So I'm extremely excited to see what the rest of the season holds for him.
Ashton, Free said last month that obviously the plan with you was to redshirt this season. Are you in a position now where that's not necessarily something you're concerned about?
I don't know. I haven't really thought about that or talked with anyone about that. Obviously, being able to hold on to my red shirt would be amazing, but whatever the team, whatever the program needs me to do, I'll be ready to do so.
Coach Freese said before the game, like on the broadcast, that the expectation was he expected you to play, but just I guess kind of with that in mind, like what was the message going into that game? Like how much did you expect to see the field? And then I guess just like if you could kind of take us through the moment of when it was like, okay, Ashton, like you're up.
Yeah, I'm always ready to see the field no matter what. You never know, what could happen, whether it be injury-wise or anything like that. Football is just crazy. So just preparing every single day for the past couple of weeks, making sure that I'm ready to go. There was really no message. The message is the same every single week is, be prepared because you never know what's going to happen. And then, yeah, obviously, I knew that we needed a little bit of momentum on Saturday and they gave me the nod, and I was just excited to go out there and do what our team needed us to do. That's keep the defense off the field and score points, and we did so.
You mentioned Saturday that Auburn was one of your dream schools, and what was, I guess, your recruitment like coming out of high school, and then, what made you, I guess, drawn to Auburn when you were making a decision on the portal this past offseason?
Coming out of high school, I wasn't very highly recruited at all. Stanford was actually my only Power 5 offer, and them giving me that opportunity was amazing, and I'm so grateful for it. But I'm kind of glad that I was overlooked in high school, because I think that just pushed me to work harder. I got my chance at Stanford. Was there for 3 years, and then hit the portal, and Coach Freeze, his staff, and their appeal, the culture, how everybody loves one another in this facility, in this program, I think was the main thing that stuck out to me. And obviously being closer to home, playing in the SEC, and getting this competition was the biggest thing for me.
You mentioned in preseason camp how you and Jackson have a good relationship, even going back to when you guys were younger. How important is that now? Obviously, it's difficult for him, obviously, to get benched in that game. How important is your guys' relationship, especially at this point of the season?
It's extremely important. I mean, I was blessed to have a really good quarterback room at Stanford. We were all very close, and I'm blessed to have the same exact kind of room here, the same kind of atmosphere here. We're all extremely close. We'll go grab dinner together, we'll hang out, just do whatever to make sure that we're all sticking close, because at the end of the day, when things get hard, you have to lean on some guys, and those guys for me right now is obviously the quarterback room, Deuce and Jackson, obviously John and Will as well, but we're a very, very tight-knit group, and I think, no matter who plays, no matter what's going on, we're going to stay tight no matter what, because that's just the brotherhood we have.
Seems like Deuce always has a lot of energy. He's
like
one of the first guys practice field. I think we saw him coming out of halftime, just like jumping around you guys. I mean, how encouraging is it to, obviously, maybe if you're a freshman, you want to get on the field. Right. How encouraging has his mindset been?
Yeah, I mean, it's extremely encouraging. I can tell you, when I was a freshman, I didn't have that energy that he has, and I think that just goes to show how mature he is. Him also being 18 years old, and being able to accept his role and still come out here every single day with the energy that he has is amazing, and I think it's going to take him a long way.
Ashton, have you noticed any difference maybe in the attitude, the confidence of the players, the team, this week as opposed to the last few weeks after losses?
I wouldn't say so. I mean, I think the guys are just hungry to come out here and to continue to compete and go out there and win games. I think right now we're kind of in a crunch mode, and obviously those 4 losses hurt, but it's where your feet are now, and that's Kentucky, and the guys are hungry to go out there and get another SEC win.
Sorry if you already addressed this. Kentucky, what stands out defensively from back there?
Yeah, they're long at corner. They have a corner number 6 who's about 6'3", really long arms. So, obviously that's harder for quarterbacks to, be able to fit a ball around him. But and then their box, their front 7 is really good. They have some really good interior guys that are going to try to stuff the run. So it'll be a good challenge for us, but I think we'll be prepared.
Lastly, again, apologize if you already talked about it, but just a chance to maybe get to play at home at a night game. What would that mean?
Oh, that would mean the world. I mean, this community, the environment, the atmosphere in Jordan-Hare is nothing I've ever seen before. That Georgia game, that Missouri game, I was out there like blacking out. Like it was amazing. So no matter if I play or not, I'm gonna be extremely excited to play in that atmosphere. To be around our fans and hopefully give them something that they want to see.